One thing I think probably the public in general, and I'm curious about, is how many of these founders with big tech have been corrupted by the cabal, the one world government, and how many of them are the good guys, so to speak.
I have this newsletter that I write called Startup One Stop. I've been writing it since 2009. Yes, I have a journalism background. Yes, I've written for publications, but I decided I needed to tell the truth about tech. I had to be honest about tech. And the mainstream tech media is not always honest. And it was bugging me because I have to be honest. And for years, I call them the tech cabal. Some people call them the tech cartel, but I always refer to them as the tech cabal. They are their own cabal. Of course of course they're all working together. Come on. Do you think that technology took these leaps and bounds without the infusion of alien technology? Of course we're using alien technology. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, by the way. I think conspiracy theories are boring and stupid.
Yeah.
I have better things to do. So, don't ask me about conspiracy theories. I've never heard Alex Jones. I think he's being mistreated, but I've never listened to an Alex Jones podcast. I'll be honest.
So okay, so so the one world government is kind of separate from the tech folks that have their own sort of organization to help each other out.
No, they're all working together.
No. So are there let's call them, one way I like to differentiate is like service to self versus service to others. Are there tech companies or tech founders that are still sort of service to others oriented?
Not the major companies. I don't like good and evil. I never, and she never. It's white light and white energy and dark energy. That's how I differentiate. It's funny. I wonder if I should tell you this story. Oh, I'll tell you this story. So I met somebody. I'm going to tell you this story because this shows you how powerful light really is. And there was this woman who I know was from dark energy. She identified herself that way. So, and I know, and she's probably as powerful as I am, but on the dark side, and I am white light energy. And she was trying to get into my life different ways through different people. And one day we're at this dinner, and just a small dinner party at a restaurant for it was a friend of mine's birthday, and she was there. I didn't know she was going to be there. And there were about 12 people there at the table. And she was and we were downstairs in a private room, and the room was dimmed. The light was dimmed. And she said, dark, en- dark energy is much more powerful than light energy. You don't understand that. I said, no, it's not. White energy is much more powerful. And we're arguing. People think that we're crazy because we're having this argument on this different level. I said, I will show you in one simple example how much more powerful light is. She said, go ahead. I said, you're in a room. It's pitch black. You're in danger. You have to get to the other side of the room. There's a door on the other side of the room, which you can't see because it's pitch black. You have to cross the room to get to safety. The floor is lined with shards of glass, and you're barefoot. How are you going to do it? She said, I don't know. I said, strike a match. One little match is more powerful than all that darkness, and you can get to safety. That was my example.
Yeah, this is great. This is fascinating stuff.
Oh, do you want to get back to tech? So yeah, I just always happen to be in the right place. I would like to say that I'm Forrest Gump, always in the right place at the right time. But don't run as fast. Maybe use a few more brain cells. But he did well. I'm the Forrest Gump of tech. Always happened to be in the right place at the right time. But people couldn't see what I could see. It's like we were working with the Google boys when they were first starting out. And Yahoo owned the space. And I knew about I said, oh, this is awesome. And everybody was pushing back, we're trying to help them hire. And the pushback was so amazing. It's like Yahoo owns the space. Like, I couldn't understand why people couldn't see what I could see. You couldn't see Amazon, didn't see Yahoo, didn't see Google.
What do you see right now? What's coming?
I'm in a wait and see, and everybody's talking about Web3 and this and that. And I remember when Web2 was rearing its ugly head. And in fact, I was at a conference that Esther Dyson was doing, and it was called The Age of Social, Users in Charge. And in fact, Mark Zuckerberg, who was out for funding, it was 2008, was one of the keynotes. And Esther would always ask me what you should invest in afterwards. She didn't. I said, "Yeah, I think that kid is psychotic, but yeah, he's going to make it work. I would invest in Facebook if ever." She didn't listen to me on YouTube. She didn't believe me on YouTube. They don't have any IP. I said, YouTube, YouTube. She didn't invest in that. Anyway, I said, you call it users in charge. This is not going to be. This is surveillance. This is the beginning of surveillance. She didn't see it. They didn't see it. It wasn't users in charge. I was right. I said, unless you mean that the users are going to be the platform. Okay, I can see that. But it's not going to be the public in charge. It's not going to be the people using the platforms. It's going to be the platform owners. I knew it when I first saw it.
Mm.
I see it with Web3. They say decentralized and blah, blah, blah. Come on, somebody always owns the pipes. Crypto, you think you're any safer? Look at all the breaches there have been. Look at, I'm like, I don't believe it anymore.